Hi everyone. In this fourth video, we'll talk about font and alignment sections. First of all, under font, you can choose font types from here. You can select any out of these from the list. You can increase or decrease the size of your font. You can make it bold, italic, or underline. You can also go for double underline option from here. Then we can also set border properties for a cell. Now this is something related to a cell and not for a text. This thing is related to a cell or a group of cells. So for example, if I delete this text and let's say I select two cells and I go for one of these borders, let's say this one, so it adds that border. Now as of now you are seeing double line here that comes here under line style. You can choose any of these styles and you will see that a line style here. You can select again and you will see that line style here. You also have provision to change the color of that border. You can also clear the borders by setting it to no border. You can set border to a specific edge by selecting either top, left, right, or bottom borders. You can make bottom border as a double line and others as single. You can do whatever line style you want for different edges by choosing one of these options and line style specific to that border. Then you can erase your borders from this option. You can explore this more border options and select any of these styles, colors, and combinations. You can also apply for diagonal border from this option, and there are various options available for this. Then the next thing is again we have cell color as well as text color. Now if we have some text written over here and let's say I choose for this, so this is something is we call as background color or cell color. We can choose any of these colors. It will change the background color of that cell or group of cells. If we have merged cells, it will change the background of those merged cells, or even if those cells are not merged, it will change the background of all those cells. Then we can also change the color of text from this option. Now the three parameters are alignment, indentation, and orientation. So alignment is of two types. One is vertical alignment and second one is horizontal alignment. So if we talk about vertical alignment, we can align our text as top, middle, or bottom align. So for example, if this is the cell which is having some text written over here, and currently my text is placed on the top left corner, but let's say I want to make it bottom aligned, so I can choose this option and it will be aligned here in this corner, and I can also choose for middle align. Then if I want horizontal alignment, I can choose one of these options, left alignment, center alignment, or right alignment. Currently it is left aligned, but I can change it to center or right. This is about alignment. Then the next thing is orientation. Orientation is the angle by which we want to rotate our text. By default it is from left to right and horizontally placed, but we can change the angle to some degree, let's say 45 degree. We can make it from downward to upward, from top left corner to bottom right corner. We can also change the orientation to vertical like this. So if we choose one of these options, you will see the difference. Then the next section is indentation. Now indentation is nothing but distance of text from the border. We can increase or decrease the indentation without adding any extra space, but by adding a property to that cell, and that is added through these options. This increases the indentation and this left one decreases the indentation. There is a shortcut for increasing or decreasing the indentation. For increasing you can hit Control Alt Tab, and for decreasing you can hit Control Alt Shift Tab. Then the next option here is a wrapping of text. So let's say we have some text written over here. So here you see that the text written here is trimmed according to cell dimensions. It is not displaying the whole content, rather it is showing some partial content. Now the cell size is enough to display all the content, but it is not currently displaying the whole content. So for that you can choose for wrapping of text. Now it won't cut the text from boundaries, rather it will display the whole text over here. You can wrap or unwrap it from here. The next thing is you can now this is not related to a property of a text, rather it is something related to a cell property. So you can merge or unmerge your cells. So for example, if you have few cells here, A, B, C, D, E. Now let's say if you want to merge these two cells, you can do so. I'm not right now merging these two. I'm merging something over here. So if we merge these two cells, now if I write something, now the reference of that cell will be the left top corner of that particular range. So currently we have only one row and two columns associated in this range. So that's why the reference of this cell is E3. But if I select this range, which is in 2 dimensions, and merge it, the reference of this entire range will be top left corner, which is 6th row and E column. So merging merges all the cells. Whatever I write in that range, it will be displayed in that cell. Now one thing that need to be taken care while merging is, let's say we have some data written here in the cells, and now if we try to merge these cells, because merging can keep data only for one cell, which is the top left corner of that range, that's why the data which is there in rest of the cells of that range will be overwritten. So it will give you a warning that the selection contains multiple data values, and merging is going to keep data of upper leftmost corner only. So if you give yes to that command, it will delete that data and merge the content. Now there is no provision to roll it back. You can hit Ctrl C unless you save the workbook and close it, and after that you cannot roll it back. So that's all about font and alignment section. In the next video we'll see the different data types we have in Excel and stylings. Thank you.